Hello guys, my name is Ollie. I'm one of Louis' mates. I'm also a writer of my own blog, 5atb.wordpress.com. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, add me on Snapchat. And yeah, Palace's season so far. It's been an interesting one. Performances, they've been okay. You look at games like Liverpool away, for example, honestly, we should have got something from that. We lost, but we were unlucky. We could have got a draw, at least maybe even a win. Burnley away, again lost that, but how we didn't win that is completely beyond me. We had more than enough chances. Southampton, Roy's first game in charge again, should have got something from that. And even City away, first 40 minutes we matched them, we really did, but it was just the second half, we let ourselves down, we capitulated, and we didn't get anything. In spite of all this, 7 games, no wins, no points, and no goals. It's a real cause for concern. Do I think we have enough to stay up? Definitely. You look at our squad on paper, we've got players like Cabaye, Zaha, Benteke, Loftus-Cheek, who, by the way, is quality, Fosu-Mensah, Sacco. The list goes on, and really, it's embarrassing that we're even down there at the moment. Our squad is more than good enough to finish top half, in my opinion. But it is what it is. We are down there, and yeah, we've just got to get on with things, really. We've got all this ability, but the real problem is mental. There are some players in that team who just have no belief in their own abilities at all. Players like Ward, like Punch, they're shadows of the players they used to be. And it's just a confidence issue, As I said, ability-wise, we are more than good enough to stay up in this league, but there's a real problem up here. That is the main problem with this team. But it is what it is, and we've just got to get on with things now. So this weekend, our lineup, it could be a dodgy one. Looking at our team that played against United, it wasn't good enough, really. Injuries are really starting to affect our squad. That game we were without Fosu-Mensah, we were without Loftus-Cheek, who of course is unavailable this weekend as well. No Benteke, no Zaha. The United team was poor, but hopefully it will be a step up from that. Roy has come out today and he said Zaha is in contention to play. Would I play him if I was Roy? Probably not. He's not going to be fully match fit. And is there any point in risking him in a game against Chelsea when we've got Newcastle and West Ham coming up? 2 games which we've really got to win. I don't know. So if I was Roy, I wouldn't play Zaha, but he probably will because he's such an influential player for us, honestly. Yeah, obviously no Benteke this weekend. We played Sacco up front against United and he was okay. He did a decent job. I hope to see Freddie Ladapo start tomorrow. Now, I'm sure most Chelsea fans will have no idea who Freddie Ladapo is. That's because he was a non-league striker who we signed a couple of seasons ago. He's been out on loan. I think he went to Shrewsbury last season. And with Benteke's injury and the lack of backup strikers, he has been thrown into contention to start against Chelsea. Honestly, I would if I was Roy. He's a big target man who will prosper, I think, in the Palace team. He's combative, he's strong. Honestly, we've got nothing to lose. Ladapo is something of an enigma, he's an unknown quantity in the Premier League and he could cause problems. Honestly, our team could be so many different things tomorrow. It really remains to be seen. Obviously, we all have our ideal teams. People have been calling for Speroni to start in goal ahead of Hennessy, which I think will happen tomorrow. Hennessy got injured against Ireland. He's a doubt. He hasn't been playing brilliantly this season anyway. Speroni, fan favourite, had a massive game against Chelsea at Selhurst when we won 1-0, thanks to John Terry's own goal. He was the main reason we won that day, Speroni. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was given a chance in goal ahead of Hennessy. Obviously, no Loftus-Cheek is a big loss for us. So the midfield, I imagine, will be a bit more defensive than it otherwise would have been. So what do I think is going to happen this weekend? Obviously, we've got a good record against Chelsea. We've won at Stamford Bridge 2 seasons in a row. Do I see us winning on Saturday? Probably not. But having said that, I never like to write Palace off. Last season, we beat the big teams and we lost to the small teams and we still managed to stay up. That's just what we do. So we lost at home to Swansea, to Sunderland and to Burnley. But then we went to Chelsea and won. We went to Liverpool and won. And Arsenal came to us and we spanked them 3-0. So honestly, never say never. It would be my motto when it comes to Palace. We like to do things the hard way. That's what we're about. Having said that, you look at recent form. You look at the two sides. You look at the players who are missing for us, more importantly. I can't see us winning. I can't really see us getting a draw. All I want from tomorrow's game is for us to score a goal. Whether it's 6-1, 7-1, 10-1, 15-1, maybe not 15-1, but I just want to see us score because it's a cloud that's hanging over our head and we need to score because once that problem is gone, once that curse, if you like, is gone, I think everything will start to click, everything will start to flow, players will get more confidence. So who should Chelsea fans look out for in this game? Honestly, it's hard to say because, as I said, the lineups this season have varied so much, it's almost impossible to predict the starting 11. Hopefully you will see Gyro Riedewald play in centre midfield. He is a ball-playing defender that we signed from Ajax in the summer. He's a product of that famous Ajax academy. And he's a really tidy player. He keeps things ticking over in our midfield. He is a good passer of the ball. He's calm, cool, collected. Obviously players like Townsend and Zaha, if he starts, their pace, their power, their skill, they cause any team's problems. Fosu Mensah, who we got on loan from Manchester United, the right back, he's been given a good run in our team and he's a really, really solid player. So when it comes to tomorrow's game, I think it's going to be a good one. You know, hopefully we'll see a Palace team that is regimented, that's organised, it's tough to break down. You know, Roy has had more than enough time now with the boys to implement his own ideas, to set up a Roy Hodgson team, if you like. I think that it will be a bit of attack versus defence. You know, obviously we won't look to come out. We don't look to come out against any teams really, and this will be no different. We'll look to soak up a lot of pressure. Chelsea will have a lot of the ball, but honestly, that's when we play our best. We can cause any team problems on the counter attack when we play at our best, with the likes of Zaha, with the likes of Townsend, and fingers crossed Saturday will be no different to that. But other than that, thank you very much. As I said, I'm a writer of my own blog, 580b.wordpress.com. I write primarily about football. I do weekly predictions against various people. I've written about different things as well, but yeah, I'm a big football fan, so that's the main thing that I write about. As I said, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, and yeah, thank you very much for having me on 100% Chelsea, and I'll see you later.